Here's my small, what I called trigger style tongue. I've been getting a lot of good use out of this. And I've made a few pairs for customers, made them a little bit bigger, same as this one here. If anyone wants one of these, just let me know. I'm in the process of updating the tongs I offer on my website. One of the twists that I did on those meat skewers I recently made for Mike's story is same as this here. I guess I could call this a serrated twist. I really like the look of this, and so for today, I'll show you how I did this. This is a small piece of rack and pinion rack. I've got a small hardy shank welded on. I prefer to have a drilled hole with a nut and bolt, but this works for now. I'm counting my twists, and this works out to be 2.5 rotations. I need to give a shout out to two fellas for their recent generous donations. They are Billy Krieger and Stephen Watkins. I guess I shouldn't just call them fellas, I should call them good fellas, so long as they don't tell me to go get my shine box. But seriously, thanks so much. I'll do this again on one of the skewers I'm working on. So the advice I can give here is to use a little bit of downward pressure so that the piece doesn't jump around and get marked in any odd way, so that the serrations are even and doesn't have a lot of stray marks. Otherwise, after you twist, it won't look very good if it does have those sort of marks. Although there's variety in how this twist looks, it's consistent variety that makes it look really good. So it's really just that simple, and this twist looks really interesting. I'll try this out on a thicker piece. This piece is 10 millimeters. I can already see that this thicker piece lends it more detail, more depth. Here I just straighten it up in the vise and won't square it up with a hammer. So here's one serrated style twist on 3 pieces. Maybe give this twist a go on some of your projects and see how it works for you. We got a lot more fooling around to do.